What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. What's happening?
Not much, mate. Not much. Back for another week. 2-4-3 on the count. Consecutive weeks in a row with double coverage has turned up. Sometimes we're not the best internet connection, but we seem to be doing not too bad tonight. It's a sad day, Dom. It's a sad day because, I knew it was over last week, but, this morning's result just officially means Liverpool is the Premier League champions, even though it's technically possible, by
I missed everything.
matches and if they were to go on a 5-game losing run, which is just not going to happen. It's done. It's done. Arsenal couldn't even
Nottingham.
Get a result. We drew 0-0 to Nottingham. That's that. Missed the catch-up points in the last game. So it's done. Arsenal was going to finish second again this season. It all turns to the Champions League, where I think we've drawn PSV in the next round. So just look forward to that, really. Other than that, bit been going on around sports world. Lakers 11 in their last 11 games, 9-2. Luka the Don comes out and finds his form in the last few games, and it's the Luka that we need if we're to have any chance to win a title this season. And we seem to have gotten better on defense, considering when we've gotten back Vanderbilt. And I'm not sure if you caught the game against the Nuggets the other day where we just put an absolute clinic of defensive pressure. Just crowded Jokic and just didn't allow him to be his usual self. He still had a very, very good game. But yeah, it was good to see.
You know what the difference is? I can't remember the last time I seen LeBron James on a defensive possession guarding like this. I haven't seen that in a long time. That he actually cares. It's cooked. You look so good, man. The way Luke, I just watched the game and I go, the spacing is a joke. He's drawing 3 players. And if he kicks it to Reeves and a guy goes out to Reeves, Hachimura's open, or someone else is open, or Reeves is open, or LeBron's open.
There was a play in the game the other day. He drew 3 players and he kicked it to LeBron for a wide open 3. Like there was 2 seconds left on the shot clock, but still he was wide open.
How about the one where he drew 2 players and he threw it behind the back of his head and he hit Reeves and he splashed the 3? Did you see that? He got under the basket, he threw it behind his head out to the 3-point line. Didn't bounce it, just straight chest pass behind the back of the head. Bro.
In the chest, shooter's pocket. It was straight in the shooter's pocket.
It was the best. That was the best crowd in that game. Again, like if you missed it, Lakers versus Dallas, go watch it. Luka balled out, but it was Luka hitting shots, talking shit to the Dallas bench. It was the Lakers fans thanking Nico, whatever his name is, the GM. They were chanting, "Thank you, Nico." Like it was the greatest thing ever. He's sitting in the crowd. So is Mark Cuban. Luke is hitting threes and looking at Mark Cuban and all the Dallas bench and just talking absolute garbage. He's probably saying, "My groins ain't shut."
Well, the word is that Luka, he didn't, obviously hugged a lot of the coaching staff and the players and that, and but he didn't approach Jason Kidd. So, is there maybe something to it that Kidd was part of? Because he looked like a stunned mullet when their trade come out, but was Kidd part of the push to get rid of Luka? It seems as though it is, considering that Luka didn't go give him a handshake, a hug, nothing, didn't address him after the game. So just bizarre the fact that Nico and Kidd have gotten rid of a top 5 player in the league.
You've gone into 5th in the power rankings. You've gone up from like 10th to 5th in the power rankings to win the title within the last 2 weeks. It's pretty impressive.
Let's have a look, Doma. Let's actually have a look. What the odds are?
You're sitting currently. You've played what 56 games. You are 2.5 games behind the Nuggets in the third seed. Actually, I'll take that back. You're 2.5 games outside of the second seed. Source.
The Los Angeles Lakers are the fourth favorite to win the title. You got Boston first, OKC second, Cleveland third, and the Lakers are now fourth at $10 odds to win the title, and Denver behind that at 16.50.
Are we actually bringing back Source the all-time saying of you don't want to face LeBron in the finals, in the playoffs? Are we going to be able to say it again? Because this team, it's pretty good. You know what? I think that Dalton Connect trade was actually good that it didn't go through. With all the spacing that Luke is creating, Dalton Connect's a good shooter, man.
Doma, do you remember at the start of the season when I said when what did they have the Knicks, the odds were? They were like $3 to win the Eastern Conference.
That was like second. Weren't they second favorite? Or whatever.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know.
like the stupidest thing, bro. And we'd laugh. We'll actually
They've drifted
laughing.
out to $6.40. There's, but they've they've drifted out to $6.40. So
I'm pretty sure it went Boston to win the title. It was Boston, someone, and then wasn't it the Knicks third to win the chip? And we were just like, what in the world? We're like, just back the other side that they're not going to win the chip.
Just crazy. Back to the Lakers, Doma. We do look good. We obviously got to keep the run in going, towards the end of the season and hopefully finish high in the rankings. As I said, finishing in the top 4 would be ideal. Top 4 in the West, I'm talking about.
Some of the teams that made the trades, they're starting to see some reward. Sacramento with Zach LaVine. The Lakers with Luka. Golden State with Jimmy Buckets. These teams in the West are starting to see some. I don't look at Dallas as that team, to be honest. You got rid of a franchise player. Like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. But like, you look at the Lakers, Golden State, Sacramento. Like, Sacramento's in 10th, but they're in a play-in, but they're not far off getting into actual playoff spot where they don't have to worry about the play-in. And personally, do I think Sacramento are better than Dallas? Yes. Are they better than Golden State? Probably not, but who knows? We'll see where they can finish.
I'm not sure if you've heard this, but I think this is the last season for the Kevin Durant experiment in Phoenix. All reports are he's out of there, like he's done. I think he's going to be the guy to leave, and he's a free agent. And I think the word on the street is the Mavs. The Mavs want to get him because they got the money. They just got rid of Luka. They don't have to pay them super max, so they can bring in KD, and have KD,
stop being a lemon.
and AD.
KD, stop being a lemon. You're friends with Bam Adebayo. Just come play at Miami and just win a chip, mate.
Tax free.
Just come play. You got a shooter in Tyler Hero who's a gun. You got Bam Adebayo. Just come to Miami. Good system. Miami. I'll take KD at Miami, 100%. We can actually win with him. And don't get me wrong, isn't Giannis out of contract? Giannis coming out of contract?
I think so. Yeah,
could be the last year for him. He made those comments. All the big European players should be playing for big NBA franchises. I'm just saying.
There we go. It's going to be a big off season, but let's talk about what's going on currently. You've got Cavs on the top in the East, 48 wins, 10 losses. They're 6.5 games ahead of Celtics, who 42 wins, 17 losses. Knicks 38 wins, 20 losses. They 10 games behind the Cavs, so I think the Cavs have locked up top spot here in the East. I highly doubt they're going to drop from that. You got Pacers 4th, Bucks 5th, Pistons 6th, Magic 7th, Heat 8th, Hawks 9th, Bulls 10th, then Nets, 76ers, Raptors.
That'd be a good Miami team.
The funny
though.
thing is, Doma, as much as, as shit as the 76ers have been this season, they can still finish 10th and make the play-in. They are only 3 games behind the Bulls in 10th. 3 games behind the Bulls. Honorable mention, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's had a very good run of games in the last few. Obviously, with Levine not being there, he's been able to show his more scoring prowess. I think he's been averaging like 24 points, something ridiculous, like 24, 8, and 8 over the last 4 or 5 games. It's crazy stats. So let's see if we can keep balling there. The Bulls.
I'll tell you the conspiracy theory in a second. We love the conspiracy theories on this show with basketball teams. But before I talk about this team, we've got to give, obviously, the prayers to Greg Popovich. I don't know if you saw he had a mild stroke source. And I don't know if he'll ever coach again, potentially. That could be pretty much it. He's done for the rest of this season, and then they said they'll reassess him in the off season. But one of the best coaches of all time in the sport by a mile. And of course, Wemby's injured at the moment. He's got deep vein thrombosis, so they're trying to deal with that at the moment, which is not good for a guy so young to have that. But the conspiracy theory around the Spurs is that they're just going to tank the season now, the next 24 games, and try and get Cooper Flag, and then just try and win the title within the next 5 years. Imagine they had Wemby, De'Aaron Fox, and Cooper Flag.
It's pretty good. Pretty good 3 players to build your franchise around, isn't it?
And then you've got a good vet in Chris Paul running the point. You've got So-Chan, who's a beast. Carlton Johnson, good player. You got Stephon Castle, who's a beast as well. Man, that team, if they got Cooper Flag, is like so talented. It's like, honestly, it's like the Magic young talent in Wagner, Banchero, those guys, but just with 100% more upside. Because they got Wemby, who's going to be the best.
Take a lot of tanking, Dom. I mean, they could still get the first pick from the lottery balls being in, the 13th spot here in the West, but the Jazz have only won 14 games, right?
Yeah.
And the Wizards have only won 10.
Yeah, it's okay.
They're on 24 wins, so they'd have to nearly go win no more games for the rest of the season, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's
have a chance.
It's the NBA. You rig it, mate. You give it to a market like San Antonio.
I guess so. We'll see what happens. In the Western Conference, Doma, you've got OKC on top. They're 9 games clear of the Grizzlies on 38 wins. And then you got Nuggets, Rockets, Lakers, Clippers, Timberwolves, Warriors, Mavericks, Kings, and then Suns. The Suns are 3 games behind the Kings in 10th, so they still have a chance to make it. And then you know what the funny thing is? The Trailblazers can make it, Tom. The Trailblazers. They're on 26 wins. They're only 4 wins behind the Kings. So, if they somehow manage to put on a run together, they could still make the play-in. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
I got two comments to make about the Phoenix Suns. All right. The first comment, you know exactly who I'm talking about. All right. Come throw your shade at me now about you know who I'm talking about. D-Book. The second comment is, remember when DeAndre Ayton wouldn't re-sign for Phoenix on that contract, and he said, "I'm worth all this money. I could be the best big man in the league." Do you even exist? When you get your offer You take what you get. Remember, you're not the best player in the league. You had a good system with a very good team, and you had a lot of role players just stepping up. And he was a pivotal part of that system. But it was a good coach, good system. You got rid of the coach. Look at your team. You didn't win a title, so you sacked the coach. Well, how well's that gone? At least he got you there.
Portland, he's in Portland now. He's been injured. He's sort of been forgotten in a way. So, yeah, look, you're not wrong, Doma. Sometimes you need to take the contract, hey? You just got to take the contract.
Man. The guys in the ear. And especially
the
Aiden,
agents, mate. The agents.
He's been injury prone. Aiden's been injury prone, and like you're not going to accept a big contract like that. Yeah, you're out of your mind, man. You're out of your mind. Anyway, it's heating up. The Lakers are definitely contenders. So I didn't think that they'd click this quickly, Luka the Don and LeBron, but all it took was a couple comments of shade toward Luka.
Off Arsenal on the Lakers now. Come on.
Arsenal's cooked. Speaking of Arsenal, let's get to the EPL, because I tell you what, it was a good test, Source. Good test this morning for Man United, because I look at Ipswich and I go, if we got relegated and went to the Championship, at least we'd play some absolute thriller games, 3-2. Mate, we always struggled to beat a Championship team this morning. So maybe we belong there.
You're not going to get relegated, Dom.
No, we're not. We're home now. That was the game. We're safe. But Newcastle wraps up the title, winning 2-0 against Newcastle. Liverpool wraps the title up by beating Newcastle 2-0. Brentford defeated Everton. They drew 1-1. United beat Ipswich 3-2. Arsenal and Nottingham 0-0. Man City defeated Tottenham 1-0. Chelsea over Southampton 4-0. Brighton defeated Bournemouth 2-1. Palace defeated Villa 4-1. Wolves lost to Fulham 2-1. Upcoming fixture Source, like he actually cares anymore, because Arsenal's pretty much cooked.
Yep.
We've got tomorrow West Ham versus Leicester, and then we have no games. Oh yeah, we got games next week. Nottingham, Man City, Brighton. Actually, when's that? 8th, 9th, 10th. That's a long weekend. We'll cover them next week on the show, Source. So just one game tomorrow, no games for all the next week. So it's almost done. The season's almost done. Liverpool's going to win. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Liverpool's got it.
I actually spoke to Manuel yesterday. He called me, and he's really pushing me to go triple or nothing on the jerseys, because he believes that he can milk me for another one next season. I said, I'd rather just buy them and just not make any bets, so that I don't need to buy an extra jersey at the end of next season.
Triple or nothing. I'm with Mem. Come on, Manny. Triple or nothing. Let's push him.
My wife's going to be, what's this $150 package? What did you buy? Oh, it's not for me. It's actually for Sauce and Manny. And guess what, babe? I've got to now ship these 3 jerseys over to the United States as well. So,
no, I'm telling you, you get it shipped directly.
I'll get it directly to Manny.
From the source to Manny. That's the best way.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the best way.
All right. UFC Sauce.
UFC, UFC fight night. I'll just run through the results in the main card. You had Alfonso Minefield defeating Julius Walker, light heavyweight division in the light heavyweight division, 3rd round decision. Gene Silva defeating Milisk Bagdasarian, featherweight division, KO in the 1st round. Rob Font defeating Gene Matsumoto with a 3rd round decision. Middleweight co-main event, Anthony Hernandez defeating Brendan Allen with a 3rd round decision. And in the main event, Song Yadong defeated
Get on.
Henry Cejudo over the 3 rounds, got the win. It was a bit of a mud fight, if you ask me, because Henry Cejudo copped an eye poke. I'm not sure if you've seen the photo of his eye after the fight. He ended up fighting out the fight, and seeing it out. But like, he was severely hampered. He couldn't see properly from one of his eyes, and he showed the photo. Mate, his eye was fully red. Like, he must have had severe, vision impairment, which isn't good. So, Song Yadong gets the win. I think maybe they'll verse each other again at some point. I'm not sure. But this week you have a card on this Sunday, March the 2nd. Main card kicks off from 11 a.m. Prelim card kicks off from 8 a.m. Main event is Menel Cape against Asu Abiliev, and the co-main event Cody Brudag against Julian Marquez in the middleweight division. So tune in this weekend, UFC Fight Night Cape versus Almarbiev. I don't know what nationality he is. Anyway,
I wouldn't have a clue.
The week after is what we're looking forward to, Dom. The week after is what we're looking forward to. That's with Chama is fighting on the 9th of March. So 2 weeks from now, that's where we were going to look to.
Chama.
But that's UFC for another week, and Doma.
Very short podcast at the moment.
Yeah, very short.
We'll get onto the preseason in AFL next week. Have a chat about it. The one thing we can talk about is, just briefly at the moment, how many injuries there've been in the preseason. Very interesting.
It's a rough game, man. It's a rough game.
A lot of injuries. A fair few knees as well, which is a concern. I don't know. If you're a Blues fan, don't get your hopes up. That's all I'm saying. Don't get your hopes up. So, all right, let's get to some hobby talk. Source. First one, I'll just chuck it up from me. I'm pretty sure I said it on this show after the All-Star weekend, but this guy's probably my new favorite player. Oh, fuck. If my internet works, it's absolutely cooked. Am I lagging on your end? Probably.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad.
It's so bad. Anyway, here it is. 2023-24 Panini Prism Nebula Choice 101 auctioned off for $860,100 USD.
Victor Wembanyama Nebula 1 of 1 out of Prism. We know that this is definitely probably one of his most sought after cards. You would say.
Obviously sold with Golden. Uncle Kenny, so
we can afford another hole on his golf course.
Exactly. So that's all I've got from me. You've got a few things, Saucy, and of course you want to plug a show which is coming up this week. Actually, I'll plug the Hobby Hangout XL. Tyson Beck is going to be here, and he's on the panel. So shout out to Tyson. It'll be good. We'll catch up with Tyson.
Yep, Hobby Hangout XL. We'll have a table there, so that's later. We'll notify you guys, but I don't think they've released tickets just yet. I'm not sure, but I think, what is it? Is it in May, Doma? I think it is.
I'll look that up.
Well, you have a look, and I'll bring up these few things that I've got here.
I'll have a look.
All right, I just wanted to bring up, first of all, something a bit lighthearted, I should say. Hang on, let me just go back to this and see what I've got here. So here's one.
1st of June.
So 1st of June. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So look out for that. Here's one here. We've got Grant to Will Collects. I'm not sure if you don't know who this is. This is Grant Williams, the NBA player. He's into cards. Here he is opening a
home rip and base set to this blister packs. Let's just see what we get.
Set one or whatever.
Am I a DJ?
It's not first edition.
Probably. Am I having a great time with it? Absolutely. All right. Normally it's been 2. 1, 2. Let's see if it works.
See what he gets.
Energy. Trainer. Orbital. Ran. Trainer. Diglett. Caterpie. No fucking way. No fucking way. Pardon my French. This is the third Charizard I've pulled in 3 freaking days.
I love it, man.
So if you're not following him, give him a follow. We'll give him a follow here now, Dom. Follow Grant to Will Collects and see some of what he gets up to. Obviously, he pulled the Charizard out of the pack. Apparently, his third Charizard in 3 days. So obviously, someone's feeding him CT scan packs. No, I had to drop it, Dom. I had to drop it. He say he's pulled 3 in 3 days, but you don't know how many packs he could pull. And obviously, he's multi-millionaire, so you know those packs which cost, I think, about $1,000 a hit, or if not more. He could easily open 20 of them if he wanted to, right? And there wouldn't even be anything for him. So, so just a bit of a lighthearted one with Grant Williams. Make sure you check him out. And then here's another one here. Hang on, this is not the one I want to show. I want to show a different one. Let me just find it. So I'm just going to give a shout out to this guy. His page is stock_n_trade. So you'll see it on the screen in a second. stock_n_trade. And he's obviously got an eBay store and he buys and sells cards. He's got also a podcast, but he does these little parody videos on things that happen in the hobby, and he posts them. And I just want people to just have a listen to this one. It's pretty funny. And their little headline at the top says, "Behind the scenes of Whatnot making company decisions." All right, listen from here.
Hey. Yeah. We got a problem with the breaker. What else is new? The usual or what? It's a little different. Well, what happened now? Somebody won a Pokemon pack giveaway, and instead of just giving it to the person who won, crumpled it up first and then opened it and showed the crumpled cards on camera. Why would he do that? The person who won didn't buy anything on the stream? Oh, I know. How much money does he bring in for us? Oh, very little. Oh, then we can deactivate him. Okay. What can we do about this? It seems like it's really happening a lot to us. I don't even know anymore. If we could just erase all the past stream recordings, that'd be great. What did you say? If we could just erase all the past stream recordings. That's it. But what about the people that want to watch their breaks? It's perfect. If they can't go back and rewatch the whole stream, then they can't video record somebody doing something shady. And there'll be less videos all over the internet blasting us. You're a genius. Doesn't that kind of just make it look like we're hiding stuff? No, it's perfect. What am I supposed to tell everybody? I don't know, just make something up. It's a benefit to them somehow. Making the app faster, video receipts faster. I don't know. You got this. You handled that backyard thing perfectly. Oh, yeah. I did a great job with that. That's right.
Shout out to him. And if you haven't seen what's been going on with Whatnot, there was, exactly explained it in the video, and, about the guy taking the thing off camera and crumpling the cards and whatever. And there's a lot of shady shit that's going on. But the biggest thing that obviously he mentioned in that video to this back half end was, the idea of deleting all past recordings of, And that's what they've done, Whatnot. They've come out and deleted all past recordings of breaks so people can't go view the break and record it back and take clips, what they've been doing and posting on social media, showing the shady shit that people are doing on Whatnot and why you should be careful when you're going onto that platform. And that's what they've done. Well, they haven't deleted them, Dom. You can only watch it if you are part of the break. So if you're part of the break, then you can have the access, the ability to watch it. If you bought something in that break, if you're not part of the break, you can't go watch it. So like me and you, we can't go to someone's page and click on previous recordings and go watch that break. We can't do that like it was before. So clearly the move from Whatnot is hide it. So there's less of this stuff out on the internet because we know people are doing shady shit on our platform. And as long as they pay their fees, we don't give a fuck. Like, that's their attitude. Let's not, beat around the bush with it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's not to say, and we're not talking, we're just saying that's Whatnot's attitude because that's proven what they've done over many past events that have happened. And it's not just like a handful of events. There's hundreds, right? So
backyard breaks are still exist, don't they?
Yeah, still going.
Okay.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Dom, nothing would happen to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
So, yeah, look, just not every person on Whatnot is shady. Obviously you got to trust people on there, and hopefully you find people that are decent and honest. And but yeah, just always be wary going on to.
So essentially, Grant, the guy from Backyard Breaks, now doesn't need to work on camera. So he gets more time in his day. He just does behind the scenes stuff, operation stuff, because he can't be on a stream because he got banned. So he does less work and he still makes heaps of money. So it's pretty good.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very good deal.
Fair enough. Anyway.
All right, Dom, I've got one more.
Yes, what do you got?
I've got one more. I'll move on for Whatnot. We've spoke about them and all their situation. Don't worry about them. We're not saying don't go on Whatnot and break with people. Just be wise. Just be wise. Just be wise with the choices that you choose to break. The people that you choose to break with.
What do we got?
This one, Doma. This was an interesting one. I thought I'd share it. Hang on. I want to go to the next video. So this is. I don't know if it's this guy that pulled it or he's reposting it, but I'm not 100% sure. It may be, but just check this one out.
All right, good luck. Horizontal booklet. Horizontal.
The F1 Formula One Props Dynasty.
Oh! Schumacher, 1 of 1 to me! Oh!
So I'm not sure if he's talking about Michael Schumacher, arguably the greatest driver of all time. He's pulled the 1 of 1 Michael Schumacher cut auto, and what they've done is they've obviously bought a signed suit that he'd signed in the past. Because if you know Michael Schumacher is in a really bad state. He's if you watch the documentary, you know that he's not in a good state. He had a bad accident skiing, so he's living life in a wheelchair and a quadriplegic, I believe.
Well, I think he's a vegetable, pretty much. Unfortunately, he's in a vegetative state.
Unfortunately, so this is the only way you can really get an access to his auto these days. So they've bought a previously signed suit, they've cut it up, and they've put the auto and this part of the suit where it says S.SCUHU, so the start of his name, and they've put that in a booklet, and this guy's hit it for a lucky breaker, a lucky customer at his on his break. And let me just tell you, Dom, it's a beauty. I'm going to turn the sound off, but look at that. Like, imagine you hit that. That's obviously, it's worn. That's been worn in a race because you can tell it's race worn. So just an amazing piece for any F1 fan collector. Like, that's props to Fanatics and Tops. Like, I mean, I got to give them props on this occasion. They've actually pulled something off that's pretty awesome. And congrats to the lucky person that hit that card. I'd losing me marbles if I hit that card. That'd be unbelievable. I just wanted to show that one. As much once again as shit that we talk about these companies and money hungry and so on, and we talk crap about them, you do have to sometimes say well done and give them a clap in certain occasions when they've
done a good job there.
do something. And it's something that we talked about, Doma, when the first Tops products dropped in, was it 2021 when they came back onto the market, or 2020 or whatever it was. We talked about it. We feel like they don't have enough legend autos in there. So now they're starting now in these upcoming sets, like, look, you've got Schumacher in there, and you can still got, Nicky Lauda is still around, so you could get him to sign. You could still get, other ex-drivers to sign. You could even get Mark Webber in there for the Aussies and things like that, right? So they're starting to go down that road, which we talked about. It's funny, Don, we talked about it when the first things dropped back in 2020 or 2021. I think it was Tops 2020, Tops Chrome F1, and then Tops Dynasty F1 2020, when they first F1 products came back onto the market after a long hiatus. We talked about this, and it's so good to be seeing, this sort of thing happening now. So, it makes obviously buying the box a bit more worth it when you're not really only chasing 3-4 guys in the box, or 5 guys, really 5 drivers, and the rest are, team principals and, drivers that no one really cares about in a way. So you do have some more legends in there, which is great to see. Yeah, that's about all I got, Doma. That's about all I've got. I'm not sure if there's anything else going on in the hobby, but they were just the few highlights that I had.
Just the last thing before you get to ripping something. Obviously, big card show on Sunday, so we'll give that a bit of a plug.
Yeah, I think he posted it here. Here we go.
Yeah,
I've got it if you want me to bring it up.
Yeah.
That's the one. There it is. AFL and VFL only. Card show. It's this weekend at, I believe. Hang on, let me see if I can.
Malvern, I'm pretty sure.
There we go. It's at Malvern Town Hall. And Matthew Lloyd, Gavin Wanganeen, Brad Hill, Bobby Hill, Michael Roach, and Zach Merritt arriving from 10 a.m. Others to be announced soon. So you can buy a ticket, $6 online or $10 tickets at the door. Kids under 15 entry free. Early bird ticket from 9 a.m. That costs $20.50 if you want the early bird. It's out in Melbourne, so Melbourne Town Hall, 1,251 High Street, Melbourne. So check it out this weekend. It's AFL, obviously, here in Melbourne. So, lead up to the AFL season. I think, perfectly timed by Shano. Here we go. Jono reckons, I think Durham might be there, or Wayne Carey. Oh, you reckon? If Wayne Carey's there, Dom, you know what you got to do. You've got the market cornered on Wayne Carey rookie cards. You better get a couple of them signed. Get them authenticated at PSA. Oh, first to the market.
Do not say that Wayne Carey is there. Do not say that. That's the ultimate GL. I saw some sneaky leaks. Ooh, Paul Kelly might be there from the Swans as well. I might have to make an appearance just for the chance to meet the Duck.
They have a good lineup of players going from what I saw. Red Llama Collectibles reckons. Yeah, it does look pretty good. So, let's see how this pans out. And it's something that, look, once again, props got to be given to Shane, because it's something that I spoke about when I've had conversations with him in the past. You know how many of these shows that I've been to, and I always try my best and always implore people on this show, if you can get there to support it, buy a ticket, and get there and support it, because, he does a good job putting these shows on. And Shane does have a lot of connections in the AFL world. He has a massive, massive, massive contact list of ex and current players, like huge, like ridiculous, right? He showed me photos with numerous guys. So, for him to be able to pull this off, it's something that I talked about, how you're getting players here, ex-players or players, it'd be great, whatever.
If Carey's going to be there, Source, you might have to bring...
Amazing.
You might have to bring a certain somebody down if the King's going to be there.
Oh, the King's going to be there. I don't know if he is. I'm not sure. Not sure if he is. Interesting. I'll have to find out. Anyway, this weekend, Melbourne Town Hall from 9 a.m. early bird and 10 a.m. for your standard tickets, which are only $6. And once again, I can't say it enough. Like $6 for a ticket if you pre-book it online. $6. That's just crazy cheap. Crazy cheap for entry, if you ask me. It's not cheap to rent out the Melbourne Town Hall. Trust me, I've looked into it. So $6 an entry is peanuts.
Beautiful. Well, get down there if you can, ladies and gents. All right, Saucy, let's wrap it up with...
It's time, Doma. The lads at Gimco, they've hooked us up, as we know, ladies and gents. Bring me beer. Get Doma out of here. Hang on. Hey. You're spilling me spotlight here, Doma. Gimco Hobby Shop out there in Cranbourne West, 4/25 Gwen Road, Cranbourne West. Gwen spelled Gwen Road, Cranbourne West. Check them out. Gimco Hobby Shop, gimco.com.au. Gimco spelled GIMKO.com.au. All right, courtesy of them, we're going to rip a 2020-21 EPL Prism. I forgot what these boxes were called. Hang on. Does it say on here? Oh, I completely forgot what they were called.
Oh, breakfast.
I did buy a few. I did buy a few of these when they came out.
Breakfast box. It was, wasn't it?
Cereal box, something.
Cereal box or something. Yeah, something breakfast.
Something like that. Something like that. Anyway, let's
Nutri-Grain.
Let's crack it open, Doma. There's one big chunky fat pack inside.
Imagine you pull a banger.
Let's only hope so. All right, we might as well go through. There's only one pack.
Alfredo.
Can we hang on?
Alfredo 101. Come on, Alfredo.
Help me out here, Johnny Evans.
The body.
No. I don't know who that bloke is. Sebastian Haller. Rookie, Nico Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure if he's still there. No. Konsa, Emil Kraft, rookie for Newcastle. Mikel Hector, rookie for Fulham. And you got a Fabinho Helder Costa for Leeds United. I'm not sure if any of those are even worth it, those rookies. All right, let's just skip through. Oh, there we go. One of Manchester United's greatest ever players, Paul Pogba.
Could be coming back.
You reckon?
Yeah, for a year.
Got Danny Ceballos when he used to be playing for Arsenal. He's playing very well at Real Madrid at the moment. You've got Phil Foden. And then our Silver, Johnny Fleck from
Sheffield
United. And then I'll save that one for last. Our red, Nick Pope. And then our insert is Scorers Club, Lys Musset. And then
here we go. This is someone we've got.
Jordan AU.
Oh, nice.
That's blue pulsar.
That's nice.
And then we've got Mason Greenwood in the blue pulsar.
Coaster. We've got a coaster. It's a coaster, baby.
I mean, the card's really nice, but we didn't hit anything really good anyway.
Oh, it's going to look so good on the coffee table.
Is that your next coaster, is it, Doma?
Oh, 100%.
It's the next coaster. All right. 100%. Thanks for the co.com.au for hooking us up with the box legends, and hopefully better luck next week, Doma. We've still got a few boxes to rip, so it's still going to go on at least for a few weeks more. We only rip one box a week. If we get a week where we actually get like a few people in the stream, we would give away some packs from the box when we open some stuff. We've got Disney.
We've got to announce that. We've got to announce it. I'll announce that in like a broadcast channel.
So if we get more people in the stream, we'll give away some packs and maybe one of you guys can hit something good. Obviously, if the pack's junk, we just expect you to donate it so we can give it out to kids at the next show. But if it's good, by all means, we will send you the card or give it to you if we see you at a show. No problem. No problem at all. All right, ladies and gents. Doma.
All right. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Source. It's double coverage. And peace out.
Peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking All Sports. Double curve.